Good morning, dear student. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about chapter 1 function. Before entering into the content of this chapter, we just recollect what a program is, what an algorithm is. Why? Because function is a small part of a program, that is subprogram. That means what is a program? Program is nothing but set of instructions which are given to the computer to perform or to calculate or to complete the given problem. Before writing a program, we have an abstract it. We need to plan what type of variable going to be used and what are the operation to be performed for the given problem. So these are organized in terms of steps. It's called as an algorithm. Algorithm is nothing but step by step procedure to solve a particular problem. In our real life, we follow some steps to do the task in proper manner. For example, withdrawing money in a ATM machine. We need to insert a debit card into the machine and type the PIN number and select the respective options which are displayed on the monitor. Then only you can collect money from ATM machine. So these steps are solution for the withdrawing money in ATM card problem. So this is called as an algorithm. How to determine whether an algorithm is best or not? There are 4 basic criteria determining whether the algorithm is best or not. First one, the algorithm should always give the accurate expected result, the exact expected result, and less time complexity, which means the algorithm should take minimum number of times to complete the given problem. And third one, when we are implementing the algorithm in terms of program, that should not depend on any programming language. It should be implemented any programming language, that is programming language independent. Fourth point, compiler independent. When we are implementing the algorithm as a program, the program should not depend on any compiler, that is compiler independent. In algorithm, some steps are repeated. The repeated steps are grouped into a single unit, is called as an subroutine. Subroutine is nothing but small sections of code that are used to perform a particular task that can be used repeatedly. In programming language, the subroutines are called functions. Again, a function is a unit of code that is often defined within a greater code structure. Okay, like a program, function also takes input and produces a result. While giving an input to the function, the input may be a variable or expression or values, but the function will always give the concrete output. Look at the example, a equal to 24. We may consider it is an assignment expression. Why? Expression is nothing but the combination of operator and operand. Here equal to is the operator, a and 24 is the operand, but the value 24 gives the meaning of the variable a. The a variable gets a definition because of the value 24. That's why it's called as a function definition. Definitions are not an expression and expressions are not function definitions. Definitions are distinct syntactic block, which means each definitions are unique. Each function definitions are unique. The definitions are may vary in terms of return type or in terms of parameter list. Syntactic block, which means when we are defining the function definition in the program, we need to follow some rules. Inside the function definition, we can give an expression or expressions or control statements like if else, for. Okay, what is a parameter and what is an argument? Parameter is nothing but the variable which is defined in the function definition. The variable which is defined in the function definition is called a parameter. Then what is an argument? The value which is passed to the function definition is called arguments. Variable which is defined in the function definition is called parameter. Value which is passed to the function definition is called argument. Look at this example, int add int a comma b. Here add is a function name, int a and b are the parameters. last line, in the last line, we are passing the values. Add a 29 comma 20. Here 10 and 20 are the values which is passing to the function definition. So a and b are the parameters. The value which are passing to the function definition, 10 and 20 are arguments. In simple, a and b are parameter, 10 and 20 are arguments. That means what there are two types of parameters. One is parameter without type, another one is parameter with type. We can get the meaning from the definitions. Parameter without type. If the data types of the parameters not mentioned in the function definition, is called function parameter without type. If the data type of parameter is not mentioned in the function definition, we called as a parameter type. If you are mentioned, that is called as a parameter with type. Look at the example, you can understand clearly. Here, let is the keyword. Each function definition should begin with the let keyword. REC denotes recursive function. Recursive function. What is recursive function? The function which call itself is called as an recursive function. Next, POW is the function name. POW is the function name. A and B are the parameters. A and B are the parameters. The function definition will work based on a particular condition, that is b greater than or equal to 0. It is called precondition. If the condition is satisfied, then only the function will work. The function definition will work. If the function definition is implemented, we will get the result, that is a to the power of b. It is the post condition. Require is the precondition. Returns is the post condition. Look at this example. Can you guess what is the data type or what is the return type of the function definition? Okay, it is a integer return type. The function will return integer return type. Why? The if statement, b, if the b value is 0, then the function will return 1. The function will return 1. So the 1 belongs to the integer data type. So the function return type is int. Then means, what is the data type of a and b parameter? Can you guess? A and b are also integer data type. Why? Because b is comparing to the value 0. 0 belongs to the integer data type. That's why b is also integer. And in the else part, a is multiplied with the return value of power function. The return value of power function is already, I said, integer data type. So a is multiplied with the integer data type. So the value of a is also integer data type. So here we never mention the data type of parameter and the return type of the function explicitly. It is called as an parameter without type. Next, with type. Here we are mentioning the data type within a parenthesis. This is called function annotation. When we want to mention the type of the parameter and the return type, we need to give within a parenthesis. This is called function annotation. Here a and b are denoted as integer data type. A and b parameters are denoted as integer data type. This is a syntax for defining a function. Let function name a1 a2 .an equal to k. Here let is a keyword. Each function definition should begin with the let keyword. Followed by the let keyword, we need to type the function name. The function name is a variable name. And then type the parameters a1 to an. Either it may be a parameter without type or parameter with type. If the parameter with type we are mentioned, we should give within a parenthesis. That is called function annotation. K is the return type. Next, recursive function. How to define a recursive function? We already discussed. In between let and function name, we need to insert REC keyword. REC keyword denotes recursive function. What is recursive function? The function which call itself is called as an recursive function. There are 3 different types of functions. Look at the example. There are 3 types of functions. first function, the function will take only one input and produce one output. X is the input variable type. If the function take one input in the data type of X, it will give result in the data type of Y. X is not a variable, input variable, and Y is not an input variable. X denoting the type of input variable, Y denoting the type of output variable. Clear? First one, function takes only one input in terms of X data type and produce a output in terms of Y data type. Second type, if the function taking two different data types as an input, that is x1 data type and x2 data type, then it will produce a result in terms of Y data type. Here x1 x2 denoting the data type of input variable, data type of input variable, and Y denotes the data type of output variable. Next, if the function takes n number of inputs, n number of different types of inputs, then x1 to xn, x1 is a one type of variable and x2 is one type of variable, like that xn is a one type of variable. So the n different types of variables it takes input and it will produce a single output in terms of Y. These are the types of functions. Is there any doubt? In the next section we will discuss about pure and impure function interface and implementation. Thank you.